Hello, I'm Luna Celestine. Today is June 29th, and if you're a Leo tuning in, there's a strong chance you've been feeling something stirring inside, a quiet but persistent pull that's been asking you to move, to shift, to finally change something you've outgrown. That feeling isn't random. It's your soul reaching out, nudging you to take action, reminding you that there's something more aligned waiting for you. If you're willing to stop and listen, if things have felt stuck lately, especially in love or money, it may not be because you're doing anything wrong, but because too much of your attention has been locked onto what's missing. And when you focus on what you lack, the feeling of lack tends to grow. That's not just a mindset issue, it's energetic. You can't attract something new while constantly thinking about the absence of it. This isn't about blaming yourself, it's about realizing that you have the power to shift that focus. Starting now. Today's guidance isn't to push harder or do more. It's simply to pause. Meditation doesn't have to be complicated. It just means making a little space to be quiet enough to hear what's really going on inside. You're not off track. You're just too caught up in the noise to hear your own wisdom. And in the next part of this reading, we'll take a deeper look at what's showing up in your love life, your finances, your work, your health, and what may be silently opening up for you beneath the surface. When it comes to money and luck today, Leo, there's a quiet but clear shift happening in the way you think about abundance. It's not just about chasing bigger paychecks or hoping for sudden success anymore. It's about stepping into a deeper awareness of your own value and the kind of financial foundation you truly want to build. You may have noticed that lately you're not as easily swayed by flashy offers or quick gains, and that's a good sign. It means you're starting to see wealth not just as numbers in a bank account, but as something tied to your peace of mind, your independence, and your long-term stability. That change in perspective? That's where your luck begins. Today's energy suggests that a reward could come your way, possibly something tied to a past effort or a project you once poured yourself into and then had to walk away from. These moments can feel small on the surface: a refund you didn't expect, a client who comes back, an old connection reaching out with a new offer. But they're signs that the universe is keeping score. Even when you think nothing's happening, it's a reminder that nothing you've given from the heart has been wasted, and that sometimes the payout arrives only once you've stopped obsessing over when it will show up. Still, this isn't the time to let your guard down when it comes to choices. The temptation to invest in something that looks shiny but doesn't align with your values may arise. Maybe a purchase that promises instant gratification or an opportunity that feels too good to be true. And if something feels off, it probably is. Today is about anchoring into your inner compass, not outside hype. Trust yourself to take the slower, steadier path. You know more than you think you do. Your lucky numbers for today are 8, 20, 32, 44, 56, and 68. If you see them appear, take it as a gentle affirmation that you're in sync with something larger than yourself. But remember, numbers don't create luck. Your clarity does. Keep moving from that space of grounded knowing and watch what begins to align in return. In your career, Leo, the energy surrounding you today is calling for thoughtful expansion. This isn't just about climbing higher on the same ladder. It's about asking yourself whether that ladder is still leaning against the right wall. You're entering a phase where your inner drive is starting to outgrow the limitations of your current routine, and that inner restlessness you've been feeling isn't a problem. It's a signal. It means you're ready to step into more meaningful work, something that challenges your creativity and aligns more closely with who you're becoming, not just who you've been. Now is the time to begin laying the groundwork for that transition, whether it's through sketching out a new idea, talking to the right people, or even just admitting to yourself that you want something different. If you've been showing up consistently, doing the work even when it wasn't glamorous or recognized, know this: your efforts are not going unnoticed by the forces that matter. A reward is brewing. It might arrive as a new role, a promotion, or a breakthrough idea that finally gains traction. You might even start attracting attention from people who see your potential in ways you hadn't considered. These moments are not coincidences. They are reflections of the energy you've already invested. But don't let the possibility of reward lure you into chasing recognition over substance. The truth is, your real power lies not in proving yourself, but in choosing where to plant your energy next, and making sure that place has room for you to grow. That said, today also brings a word of caution. You may be presented with what looks like a golden opportunity, something that promises fast success or a glamorous title, but if it doesn't resonate with your values or feels empty beneath the surface, don't be afraid to walk away. Not every offer is meant to be accepted. Some are simply tests to see if you've learned to recognize what's real versus what only looks good on paper. Your intuition is your best advisor right now. Listen to it, even if what it's telling you isn't what you expected to hear. This is a turning point in how you approach your professional path. You're not meant to stay where you are out of comfort or fear. You're meant to lead not just others, but yourself, with integrity, clarity, and courage. Stay focused on what truly matters to you, and the right opportunities will not just appear, they'll feel like home. In matters of the heart, Leo, today's energy speaks of a soul connection that is either quietly forming in the background of your life or slowly finding its way back to you after a period of silence. This isn't the kind of love that shows up with fireworks or loud declarations. It's subtler, deeper, and feels more like recognition than surprise. You may sense this connection intuitively, even if there are no visible signs yet. It could be someone you already know, someone whose energy never really left your life, or someone entirely new who arrives with a strange sense of familiarity. Either way, it's not just about romance. It's about growth, healing, and being seen in a way you may not have allowed yourself to be seen in a long time. That said, this connection is not without its challenges. You may find that distance, whether emotional, physical, or circumstantial, creates tension or uncertainty. There may be moments where doubt creeps in, or where temptation and external distractions threaten to pull either of you off course. But these challenges are not here to break the bond. They're here to refine it. Real love, the kind that changes lives, always comes with the need for inner strength. It's not about holding on tightly out of fear. It's about standing still in your truth and trusting that if the connection is real, it won't need chasing. It will find its way. This is not the time to run after love, to overextend yourself trying to prove your worth, or to shrink just to keep someone close. Your power in love comes from your light, from being fully yourself, from tending to your joy, from standing in your self-respect. That's what draws the right people to you. That's what sustains a bond that's built on truth instead of illusion. The more you shine, the clearer it becomes who is meant to walk beside you. If there's a person who is meant for you, they will feel that light, even from a distance. They may be going through their own lessons right now, their own dark night of the soul, and your energy could be the quiet strength they feel without even knowing why. Trust that you don't have to do more. Just keep choosing yourself, keep growing, and let the kind of love that's rooted in something real unfold in its own time. When it comes to your health and spiritual well-being today, Leo, the message is clear. It's time to return to center. You've been carrying a lot, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and even if your body seems to be functioning fine, your inner system is asking for a reset. This isn't about pushing through or maintaining momentum. It's about giving yourself permission to step back and release what's been building up beneath the surface. Energetic cleansing isn't a luxury right now. It's a necessity. That might look like sitting quietly with your breath, drinking more water than usual, turning off the noise for a while, or simply giving your nervous system space to soften. Meditation or stillness will help more than you think, not because it fixes everything instantly, but but because it brings you back into alignment with what matters. You may find that insights, peace, or clarity come not during effort, but in the space between thoughts. This is a day to listen gently, not only to your body, but to your spirit. Surround yourself with things that lift your frequency, music that soothes you, moments of silence, natural light, the beauty of something handmade, laughter shared over nothing special. These small acts are not trivial. They are medicine for your soul, and they remind your body that it is safe to rest, to heal, to simply be. It's also important to stay mindful of what you allow into your field. Today, more than usual, you may be more sensitive to overstimulation, too much screen time, chaotic environments, or emotionally draining conversations can throw you off balance. Be careful not to override your own needs just to keep up or stay informed. You don't need to absorb everything to stay connected. Your power lies in choosing what nourishes you and gently stepping away from what depletes you. Honor your boundaries, protect your peace, and trust that the more you care for your inner world, the clearer your outer world will begin to feel. In your relationships with family and friends today, Leo, there is a soft current of reconnection in the air. A reunion may be on the horizon. Perhaps a heartfelt conversation, a moment of shared laughter, or simply the warmth of knowing that a gap between you and someone important is beginning to close. Whether it's good news, a celebration, or just a peaceful moment with someone you've missed, this is a day when emotional closeness wants to return to your life. Let it in without needing it to be perfect. Joy can exist even in small, imperfect ways. Still, not everything will be smooth. Some family members or close friends may project their confusion, stress, or expectations onto you, possibly leading to misunderstandings. When that happens, it's important not to get pulled into the drama or feel the need to explain yourself more than necessary. You're not here to carry their emotions or fix their paths. What you can do, though, and what you naturally do so well, is hold steady. You have the capacity to be the calm in the storm, the light that others instinctively turn toward when they feel lost. But that light doesn't have to burn out to serve others. You can guide without overextending. You can love without losing yourself. Someone close to you may be silently watching how you handle life right now, how you keep showing up with heart even when things are unclear. And through your example, they may begin to find their own way again. Trust that your presence has more impact than your words. Even when you're quiet, your energy speaks. In terms of compatibility, today you may feel the strongest resonance with Sagittarius, Gemini, and Pisces. Sagittarius matches your adventurous fire and brings easy laughter. Gemini sparks your mind and keeps conversations fresh. Pisces brings a softness that helps you connect more deeply with your own compassion. On the flip side, tension may arise with Taurus or Scorpio, not because there's anything wrong, but because differences in communication styles or emotional rhythms could feel more pronounced today. Move with patience and don't force connection where space is needed. Your lucky color for today is sunflower yellow, bright, bold, and full of vitality. It mirrors your natural warmth and can help you stay grounded in your joy. Whether you wear it or simply picture it surrounding you like a protective light, let that golden energy remind you that you are the center of your own universe, and from that center, everything else becomes clear. I know there are days like today when you feel like you're standing at a crossroads, some things drawing near, some quietly slipping away, and the rest still sitting in silence, offering no clear answer. But if you're still listening, still choosing to turn inward instead of chasing outward, then you're already on the right path. Not everything needs to make sense right now, and not everyone will understand the journey you're walking, but you do, and that is enough. I hope today's message reminded you that you don't need to do more. You don't need to be someone else. You only need to return to yourself. The version of you that is radiant, grounded, and whole has always been there. Hold on to that light, especially when the world feels dim. Trust the timing of the universe, and trust that even in the quietest moments, you are being guided. I'm Luna Celestine. Thank you for being here, for giving yourself this time, and for continuing to walk this path of soul-deep growth. I'll meet you again very soon. Until then, keep living gently, loving deeply, and shining in the way only you can.